Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the problem, another divisibility problem. So it was asked in Codeforces for round 1014 and 2002. So let's read out the problem. Alice and Bob are playing a game in which Alice has given Bob a positive integer x which is less than 10 power 8. To win the game, Bob has to find another positive integer y which is less than 10 power 9 such that x hash y is divisible by x plus y. So here x hash y denotes the integer formed by concatenating the integer x and y in that order. Okay, for example, if x is 835, y is 47, then x hash y is 83547 because they are doing concatenation. However, since Bob is dumb, he is unable to find such an integer. Please help him. It can be shown that such an integer always exists. So yeah, this is a very interesting problem. They've given 6 test cases. Let us take one by one. So here they've given some of the they've said if there are multiple answers, print any of them. So they have printed here one of the possible answers. So I'll be basically telling you in a format, in a pattern wise, so that you will understand. So first example says 8. So in first example, x is basically 8, you need to find y. So here question is Alice, she have chosen an integer x which is less than 10 power 8, and she wants Bob to choose integer y which is less than 10 power 9 in such a way that if you do x hash of y divided by x plus y, which means this should be divisible, x hash y should be divisible. What is hash? So hash is basically x concatenation with y. Let's say x is 1 2 3 and y is 4 5. So your x hash y would be 1 2 3 4 5, and your, as you know, x plus y would be the summation of these two. It will be 8 168. So I think you guys got to know how to solve, what is the problem statement. And see, one of the solution you can think of is that choose y from 1 to 10 power 9 because it should be less than 10 power 9. So you choose 10 power 9 minus 1, 1 to 10 power 9 minus 1, and every time you take y, so you do x hash y and divide it by x plus y. If that number is divisible, then your y is you need to display. But since you have to go till 10 power 9, so as you know, like if you write even for loop for doing this, so if your for loop goes up till 10 power 8, so it will be exceeding 1 seconds. So this problem will give, this solution will give TLE. So this is not the way we need to perform the operation, but we'll have to choose the optimal. So okay, so in order to choose optimal, what we can do is, this I did by trial method only, trial error method in the contest, but I'll be first telling you how I did, then I'll be generalizing the solution so you'll understand. So I just saw the solutions, for the for the given x. I just saw in the answer this x, this y were less than x. So since that y were less than x, for this if you see, our y can be 1. So if you do x hash y, it is like 8 and 1 divided by 8 plus 1 is 9. So it will be 9 ones are 9 nines are 81. So it is perfectly divisible. So I just saw like this y is less than x. Since y was less than x, I tried to, like, I don't know, somehow I tried to take x as, y as x by 2. When I took y x by 2, which is basically 8 by 2, which is 4. So if you do x hash y divided by x plus y. So you will get is 8, 4 divided by 8 plus 4 is 12. So 12 ones are 12, 7 is 84. So this was working fine. So I thought y is equal to x by 2 is the solution. But let me tell you, 8 by x is indeed a solution whenever x is even number. But whenever x is not even number, in case of odd number, you will have different solution. So let's check out some of the examples. 42,000 5 times 6, we have 106,344, and at the end we have 9876543. So these are some of the examples. So again, now what we'll be doing is, let's take y is equal to for the second example wherein x is 42, we'll take y as x by 2. When you take y as x by 2, which is 42 by 2, which is 21, so your x hash y will be in the form of 42, 21, because we are doing concatenation, and sum of these two, 21 plus 42 will be 63. Right, this 63 you can write in the form of, since you're taking y as x by 2, so that what you're doing is basically x in the denominator, you're doing x into x by 2, right? So it's like 3 times x by 2 you're doing. So here you can write 3x, and upward will go as 2. So in this way you can write, or else don't take to the upward. What you can do is, you can write in the form of y, you can write in the form of 3y, right? Because as you know, x by 2 is y, so you can write in the form of 3y in the denominator. And as you know, like what I'm trying to say is that we have 3 into 21, right? So now let's try to it was in the form of 3y, so 21 ones are 21, 21 twos are 42, and 0 you will be having because it is not dividing. Again 21 ones are 21. You have got it. Now 3 you take, 3 ones are 3, 6 are 18, 2 remains, right? 2 remains, and at the end 1 you have 21, which means 3 7s are 21. So it is perfectly divisible. So for even number, y is always x by 2. I need to just prove you like how it is always x by 2, but for 2 examples I've taken care of, wherein one of the solution, I mean one of the problem wherein it was x and in the other it was 42. So let's try to prove how this is always possible. So whenever y is equal to x by 2 you are taking, so it means your x hash y will be in the form of I mean, if you take this equation, your x will come as 2y. So since your it will be in the form of concatenation, right? X y will be in this form, and your downwards you're doing x plus y. For x you just try to put 2y, so it will be in the form of 2y y. This is the form, and x again 2y you will be writing plus y. So it will be in the form of 2y y and divided by 3y, right? So now whenever this thing you are dividing, so y one side it will go, and 2y you have, so it will be in the form of 2, and it will be in the form of 0 0 0, right? Like whatever number you have, that will be in the form of 0 0 0, and at the end you always get 7, because you are always getting, sorry, it will not be in the form of 2, it will be in the form of like 42 you have chosen, right? 42 21, and divided by 3 into 21 you were doing, so 21 was a 22 2s are 0, then 21 ones are 21. So it will be always in the form of 2 2 2, like here you will have multiple zeros, and at the end y you have, so that will divide by 1, and whatever these thing you have, this always be divisible by 1, like 2 0 0 0 1. I mean, any number of zeros you have, that will be divided by 3, because at the end you have 1. Let's try to take it. So you will do 3 6 are 18, 2 remains, you have 0, 3 6 are 18, 2 remains, you have again 0, 3 6 are 18, 2 remains, you have at the end 1, 3 7 are 21. So as you can see in this case, like whenever x is even number and you do x by y as x by 2, and if you try to do it, so you will always get in the form of 2 0 0 0 1 at the end, and you have 3. So if you divide this 2 0 0 multiple of zeros, then 1, that will always be divisible by 3. So it can be said that whenever x is even number, your y is x by 2. I think you guys are getting right. If you're not getting, let me try to take one more example and explain you. So one more example, 1000 I'll be taking. Let me take 1000. And why I'm saying y is equal to 1000 by 2. So your x hash y will be, it will be in the form of 1000, and 1000 by 2 is 500. Right, and you have in the down as 1500. So now this, what you can write is, this will be 1000 only into 500. This is whole number only, and down you can write a 3 into 500, which is basically in the form of y you are writing. Once you are writing in the form of 5, so 500 ones are 500, 2s are 1000. So you have 500 cannot divide it, you will take 0. You have 0, you have 50, you have basically, you cannot divide 5, 500 cannot divide 50, so you will be taking one more 0. Now you have 500 ones are 500, so you have in the form of 2001. So this 2001 can be divided by 3. So it is like 6, 3 6 18, 2 remains 20, 3 6 18, 2 remains, so 2 and 1 21, you have 3 7 21. So if you try to take, this will always be divisible, and it will be always in the form of 6 6 6 6 6 6 7. So like the operation x by x hash y divided by x plus y. So this will work. So now the question comes, what if you have x as odd number? So for the trivial case, I took x as 1, and I did, like what I did is I tried to find x by 2, which is basically here we will get in point values. So I tried to multiply it by 2. So when I multiplied 2 into x, y is equal to 2 into x, we got 2. So x hash y is basically 1 and 2, and divided by x plus y is 3. So this will always be divided by like 3 ones are 3 twos are 4. So whenever we have x as odd number, so we have 2 times y as 2 times of x. Let me take other example and tell you. Let's say we have x as 7. So your y will be 2 times of 7, which is 14. So x hash y can be written as 7 14 divided by 7 plus 14, which is 21. Again 7 1 4, whatever you have, this 21 can be written as 3 into 7 in the form of y only. So now you have 3 ones are 7 ones are 7, and you have 1 7 cannot divide 1, so you will take 0. So now you have 14, 7 twos are 14. So in this case, whatever number you will be taking, that will always be in the form of 1 0 0 0 0 2, and that will always be divisible by 3, because now 102 you have taken, now divided by 3, 3 3s are 9, 1 remains, and at the end you have 2. So 1 2 is like 12. So 3 always divides 12, right? 3 4s are 12. So in this case, for the other examples, if you find like 1002, so in that case also it will be 3 3s are 9, 1 remains, 3 3s are 9, 1 remains, so here also 1 remains, 3 3s are 9, here also 1 remains, 3 3s are 9, here 1 remains, 3 4s are 12. So again we can generalize in the same way, like for a given x, y will be 2 times x. So I mean x hash y divided by x plus y. This can be written as x in, concatenated y divided by x plus y is again 2x, right? So if it is 2x, so up will be x times y is basically in the form of 2x, right? And divided by it will be 3x. So x ones are x, and here 0 zeros you will have, and at the end you will get 2, like x divided by 2. I mean 2x you have and x we are taking, so 2x. So this will be in the form of 0 0 0 up to 2 divided by 3. So I think you guys got to know how to solve this. Basically it was kind of a trial and error method. So let me try to code up. So we have test cases and it is in the range of 1 to 10 power 4. So t I have taken as integer, but here x is up till 10 power 8 and y is 10 power 9. So this will again lie in integer range only. So we, for every test case we have integer x. So let's take int x, let's take its value, and we need to find answer. So answer initially will be nothing. We'll try to find if this x modulo 2, which means if it is odd number, as we saw in odd number, or x I mean you can take answer or you can take y. Y makes more sense because in the question they have said y, so let's take y only. So it will be 2 times of x, else if it is even number, as we saw, y will be x by 2. At the end we'll have to output this y. So here it will be not running, I mean it will not be accepting because they have given some other answers, like there are many possible answers, but let's try to submit on the online editor. We have another divisibility problem. Okay, this is the problem. Let's try to submit it. So yeah, it got accepted. So this was a bit of observing kind of a problem. So if you could have observed it and took multiple cases and solved it, so you would have easily got like this case wherein if x is even, I mean odd number, so in that case your y will be 2 times of x. If it is even number, then it is half of x. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.